Welcome back to Tarot by the Bay. I'm David. Tonight I am going to read on a story that's a few days old, but I haven't had time to get to it yet. And that was George Santos and the releasing of information about who posted his bond. In this case, it appears to be his father and his aunt. His father, according to this article I'm reading, in campaign finance documentations or such, reported that he worked as a house painter, and his aunt worked as a mail handler for the U.S. Postal Service. They didn't have to pay the full $500,000, but they had to be personally responsible for ensuring that Santos followed the conditions of his bond. In other words, if he jumps bail, the court and the bail bonds company come to them looking for that $500,000. And I don't know about you, but that's a whole lot of money for somebody who painted houses for a living, or for somebody who worked at the U.S. Postal Service to have, just lying around. That's, for how much your nest egg or your life savings, but it's certainly a big chunk of it. So it doesn't make much sense. The other thing that doesn't make any sense, and I haven't heard anybody or read any reporting on it, was originally there were 3 entities that guaranteed the loan, but they only revealed the names of 2, which would suggest that maybe if there were 3, as early reporting suggested, that one of those entities withdrew their support. Further, and Mr. Santos said that if he had to reveal the names of the people that did that, and he implied that it was family members, that he'd rather go to jail. Well, he's not in jail. He could certainly change his mind and go to jail and save them the trouble. But of course, he lies, so we didn't really expect him to go to jail now, did we? So, questions have come up though on my community page, just asking, is there money behind this? And I'm curious about that too, because it seems it's not outside the realm of possibility that your father and your aunt put up your $500,000 bail. But being that you've laundered money and you've got like 12 felony counts for money laundering, why not another one? So, last spirit here. To George Santos's family, are they being financially backed by somebody who wants to remain anonymous? I think that would be the best way to put it. Or what can you tell me about George Santos's bond situation and the person backing those bonds? Because it doesn't make any sense the way it currently is. His reaction to that information getting out, the jobs and the expected wealth from those jobs and such, none of it makes sense. Not to mention he said that he had made millions of dollars in the previous years, yet he has to have family members post up the guarantee for his bond. Where'd all that money go? Entertainment purposes only. Okay, Spirit, what's going on with Santos? Page of Wands. Okay, so new messaging, going forward with new ideas, and Ace of Swords. Okay, what are you telling us here? Truth might be coming out. Let's just look at the past. The current situation is the Fool. We've got the 6 of Wands and the overarching energy. The Hierophant is the lesson to be learned, and the Queen of Pentacles is the outcome. And then we have the Star card. Okay, so what are we looking at? Are you actually telling me about the status of his bond and the money behind it? This is not telling me, I don't think, about... Sorry, you had to give me a couple seconds here. This is just not making sense. A lot of major arcana, though. That's for sure. Okay. Let let me just read what I've got going on here, and then I'll try and see if I can fit it back to what the question is. All right, so we have a young person going forward. They've got a new message. They've got this new path that they're going down, but they're crossed by the truth. They're crossed by the sword of justice. So it's like, this person's going to go down another path of lying, and they're going to be pulled right back to the truth. No matter what they say, they're going to be pulled to the truth. Underneath it all is the star card. So I'm thinking that, I'm thinking about somebody's star fading is actually what I'm getting out of this. Like, this person wants to go forward and do their thing, but they're being crossed by the truth, which is going to fade their star. What's going on in the past? Strength. Okay, so in the past, this person, I'm going to say this is Santos here, this person was actually able to have a lot of success. They, a political neophyte that came in and won an election to be the House of Representatives. They, they convinced donors to give him money, and, they presented themselves as quite the strong candidate. But again, when you're crossed by the sword, it means as truth comes out, these things fade in the past, and your current situation is now the fool. And this fool is about to walk off a cliff. So I don't think his new message is going to lead to him to have a new start and a new way of life. I think his new message is because he's about to walk off a cliff. This Six of Wands, normally a victory card. In this case, I'll back this up so you see a little bit better. This case, this is the card of look at me, look at me, look at me. This person wants all this attention. They want all this adulation. And they will do whatever it takes to get the money. They will do what it takes, say what it takes to get the money, to get the adulation on their journey. But the problem is that the government's here. And the government is the one wielding the sword of truth. This is also the GOP. I guess news today, or news recently, is that Kevin McCarthy is saying, don't rerun. I think the clickbait article I said, McCarthy laughingly said he hopes Santos doesn't run. And Santos says, regardless of what McCarthy says, I plan on running. So I think even the GOP is starting to realize that this guy, if McCarthy's telling him not to run and that another GOP candidate will take his place, McCarthy knows that this guy's in trouble with his court cases. The outcome is the Queen of Pentacles. This is actually usually a really good card. It's about financially taking care of somebody, or finding that use, finding that value. I think for the short term, Santos is going to be protected because to the Republicans, his vote is still valuable. But I know that his ethics case is supposed to be, it was only supposed to give them like a month to do the ethics evaluation. And that's got to be coming up really darn quick. I should probably look that up, huh? Let me pause it. I'm going to take a look. I'm going to freeze. Okay, we're back. Okay, so it wasn't over a month ago that they started that they voted to put, refer him to the ethics committee, which according to the story I was just looking at, he's already been in the ethics committee, so it was kind of redundant. But the ethics committee just asked for an extension because they're investigating him for more charges, apparently for fraudulently collecting unemployment benefits. I mean, the hits just never stop, do they? So I think what this is that for now he's protected with what's going on, but the truth is coming out, and his star will fall because of that. And this aligns with McCarthy basically saying that he doesn't want Santos to run for re-election, which, maybe that Page of Wands is Santos saying he's talking about his re-election because he's already talking about it. All right, so will George Santos be removed? Let's just flat out ask, right? Is he going to be removed before the 2024 elections? almost shuffled. The cards all bent up with each other and formed a nice little bridge. But not that you can see, right? All right. Ah! Well, there's the 6 of coins popping out. Poverty and charity. Will he make it? With the, that would tell me, yeah, he will with help. Will he make it to the 2024 elections, or will he be removed? Will he be removed before the 2024 election? That's actually kind of what I'm asking here. Then that card would be more like a plea deal. Give a little to get a little. Will he make it to will be removed before the 2024 elections? Okay, there's backroom dealings going on here. Do I want to do a whole 6 card? No, I only want to do a 4 carder. Yep. That's the elections with the door kicking you on the butt on the way out. Emperor, disappointment, burden. Nope. I'm going to say negative. Backroom dealings. The Republicans are already talking about his replacement. Maybe they're working with working with the ethics committee. But basically, I think the ethics committee is going to come back and with sanctions or whatever it is that they're going to come back. Probably not a positive opinion of him. This is now going to go to Kevin McCarthy, because Kevin McCarthy has to make the decision for the GOP what they're going to do. And what I see, and basically it's a hard decision for McCarthy because, well, he's got a 4-vote majority, and getting rid of Santos gets rid of that 4-vote majority. Now, I think if he delays long enough, they can't redo the election. So it's not like the Democrats can have an election and put a Democrat in there instead and change the math that much. So it's not like a 2-point swing. It's only a 1-point swing. I think on the one hand, he'd like to keep him, but there's just a betrayal. Again, Santos has lied to everybody, stolen from everybody, and they just don't want it. He's just too much of a pain in the butt. He's too big a liability. So I think this is them waving goodbye to him. They're going to get, and I think the ethics committee is going to give them the excuse they need to be rid of him. So I don't think that he's going to make it. Now, I could look at that again and say, if he doesn't get removed from by the GOP, and I have a hard time believing he'll be removed by the GOP, if that was the actual election reading, it would be the same thing. With the 3 of coins would be the electorate coming together and saying, yeah, we don't want this guy. And the emperor would be the electorate saying, making the hard choice. Nope. And then that 4 of wands is the see you later alligator. And the swords were basic. The 3 of swords is basically because you lied, cheated, and stole. And we don't want you in there. So with that being said, if George Santos runs in 2024 and isn't primaried out and actually makes it to the general election, will he be reelected? There's your hostage card. Trying to steal. He'll steal as much as he can. Judged. Sent packing. There's that burden card again. No, he absolutely will not. He's tied himself to all his crappy actions. He's going to be absolutely judged for it. People know that he lied, cheated, and stolen, and they're going to say, get out of here. Why are you still here? Why did you even bother running? What a waste of our time. It's him running and representing the GOP is like giving the Democrats a win. And I think that's why McCarthy wants him gone. So Santos going to be gone. When? Who knows? I have no idea. I've really given up on ever thinking that the Republicans anytime in the near future are going to do something because it's morally or ethically right. It's all about power with them. That's just our Republican Party these days. Okay. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for your support on my channel. I really do appreciate it. It's been great watching the channel grow and for you throwing questions on the community page so I have a wide variety, a swath of things to read upon. Have a great night and I'll catch you on the next reading. Take care.